What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to Amusement Time. Today at the South by Southwest Expo, we had some awesome announcements from Disney and Disney parks. From the new Monsters Inc. roller coaster coming to Hollywood Studios and Disney World, to the new Missions and Smuggler's Run coming to both parks, as well as some info for Avengers Campus and DCA. So you know what, guys? Let's dive on in and take a quick look. Yes, guys, it was an exciting morning at the South by Southwest Expo today. We got some really awesome first looks at some info coming to the Disney parks. You know, we have the new missions coming to Smuggler's Run, of course, for the Mandalorian. We also got the first look on the loading concept for the Monsters Inc. roller coaster coming to Hollywood Studios. That looks awesome. I can't wait for that. We also got some first looks at Stark Flight Lab that's going to be coming to Avengers Campus and DCA. First, let's take a look at this announcement. This is new details for Mando and Grogu's Millennium Falcon mission revealed. And look, check out this artwork, guys. This is so cool. Oh, is that Cloud City? Cloud City, guys. It looks like it. Looks like Cloud City to me. It's gonna be freaking fun. Oh, but they also let us know that let's make this picture bigger. That we'll be able to fly around the second Death Star after it's already been destroyed off of the planet of Endor. See, there's Endor. That's the second Death Star, guys, destroyed. So that's actually pretty cool to see. I wonder what we'll be able to see flying around all the debris in space for that second Death Star. Oh, look, there's like is that like a half of an X-Wing fighter? There's like a half of a TIE fighter right there and another part of a TIE fighter. And this looks like a X-Wing that's missing half of its other wings. This is going to be cool. It's going to be exciting, guys. I cannot wait. And we also got to look at this one. It looks like Cloud City. These are going to be some fun missions, you know, very, very fun. I can't wait to test out these new missions for Smuggler's Run. I believe these are going to debut when the movie comes out, what was it, in the summer of 2026, I believe? Is that what it said? Let's see, I should just be able to read, and then it will tell me. Yeah, but that was Cloud City. So it says right here, see you on board of the Falcon on May 22nd, 2026. So in May 2026, that's when those bad boys are going to debut, and we'll have some new missions and some more fun on Smuggler's Run in Disneyland, which is good because they can do so many more experiences and so many more little missions for Smuggler's Run. That way it's more enjoyable and it's not just repeat, and it's just depending on if you have a good pilot or not, you know, because that's really what it kind of comes down to. I guess there is like the Chewie version, you know, to where you can you have Chewbacca, you know, it's just pretty much yelling at you the whole time, but it's still fun, you know. But if they could do tons of different missions so that way you don't know what, like on like a Star Tours kind of thing where you don't know what you're gonna get, it would be fun. It will keep you on your toes, and it will always make the experience a lot more fun, you know, and enjoyable, so that way you don't know what you're gonna get and it's not as predictable, you know. But I can't wait to see Mando and Grogu on Smuggler's Run. I'm excited for it. The more missions, the merrier. You know, it's gonna be a fun time, guys. Are you guys excited for more missions on Smuggler's Run? I bet you are. You know, but let me know down in the comments if you're excited to ride Smuggler's Run on May 22nd, 2026. You know, synergy with the movie, guys. It's gonna be awesome. Now for my most excited announcement. By far, I'm so excited for the Monsters Inc. roller coaster. Of course, in Villains Land too, and Indiana Jones is gonna be out there. But by far, biggest announcement today that I'm most excited for was the look at the concept for this lift design for the Monsters Inc. roller coaster. You know, because they were talking about how you can't just have a regular lift hill, you know, that you have on majority of roller coasters and stuff like that. So they were talking about how you're going to load into these. And look how cool it is. You have the two seats side by side. You load into it, you know, and then it lifts up. And then it will turn as you progress, you know, as you start going into the roller coaster. And it looks like, as you can see, it will have two sides, you know. Somebody had already asked, like, is there going to be a queue? Of course there's going to be a queue. And it'll be cool because it will be going through the factory, you know. So I'm sure you'll be able to see so many cool things through the Monsters Incorporated factory. The Monsters Inc. factory is going to be so cool. Fun to walk around. At least, it's going to be a fun queue, you know. Yeah, so hopefully Disney does a really fun queue and makes this really, you know, interactive and fun to walk through, so that way you're not just bored standing there in line, you know, because Rise of the Resistance, even though it's a really fun ride, the queue is cool. It's cool, but it's not like something to where you could be entertained the whole time looking at the queue, you know. But Monsters Inc., it has the potential that there could be so many different things, so many different Easter eggs that can keep you entertained. That way you're just having fun the whole time, even while you're waiting in line. But look at how cool this load concept is. Let's see if we have the video down here. This is going to be cool. Let me expand this if I can. How cool is that? You see that? How it lifts up? Let's replay this. Look how awesome it is. So you'll load into the seats. You'll be able to, then it will lift you up, and the seats will progressively turn as you go into the ride. I'm excited for it. Like I said, I get a little bit of vertigo and a little nervous, but I'm still excited to ride it. You know, I'm easing my way into roller coasters. You know, 2 trips ago, in 2023, I went on the Incredicoaster. I was looking at it like, oh my goodness, look at that loop. But last year, I went on the Incredicoaster. Now I'm excited for roller coasters. I'm easing my way up. And then I went on the Rattler last year here in Albuquerque. So I will also take you guys to Cliffs with me again this year, so that way you can see all the rides there. It'll be fun. But I cannot wait for this Monsters Inc. roller coaster. It's going to be fun. It's a guaranteed trip to Disney World. You know, whether it's going to be for the opening of Monstropolis or for the opening of Villains Land. One of those two, guaranteed trip to Disney World. I want to go for Epic Universe, but we shall see. That might be next year's trip. I don't know. This year might be a little crazy. But guaranteed trip to Disney World for either Monstropolis or for Villains Land. And I'm so excited for this roller coaster. I'm excited. Even if I'm a little nervous because of heights, and I'm not that great with heights, I don't care. I will ride it with butterflies, and then after the first time, it will be like nothing, and I want to ride it over and over again. It'll be so much fun. I cannot wait. Let me know down in the comments, are you guys excited for this Monsters Inc. roller coaster? I know I am, you know. I hope you guys are too, because I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, guys. A lot of fun. We also got a first look on like some of the concepts for the ride vehicles and some of the new characters that will be coming to the Cars Land that's going to be coming to Magic Kingdom. Which it has to be big. You know, it's one of those things, like, it has to be so good because of the fact that everyone's so upset that Rivers of America is going away. You know, it's understandable, but, you know, you want to have more things for people to do because it's a bummer. It's one of those things, you know, like, of course, it's a real big bummer because it's one of those things, you know, it's like you don't appreciate it until it's gone or it's going away, you know. So I'm sure like not that many people were there appreciating the Rivers of America, but now that it's gone, oh my goodness, now people are like, oh, our Rivers of America, you know. And I understand that you don't want to just throw tons of rides and stuff everywhere, but it's one of those other things too that you want to spread people out better. And if people aren't riding the riverboat, and if people aren't spending that much time enjoying the Rivers of America, you know, then you kind of do need to give them something that they can enjoy, you know, like, and it's a bummer because like Radiator Spring Racers and DCA, you can wait in line potentially an hour to ride it. You know, we usually single ride her. Now that Cameron's older, we can single ride her. Unless we all want to ride together, you know, at nighttime, we'll wait in line. But I do not mind waiting an hour in line for that ride. Same with like Rise of the Resistance. I don't mind waiting an hour in line. And then you kind of want a ride like that. But at the same time that they don't mind waiting in line because of the ride being that much fun, you kind of need something like that, you know? So if people weren't enjoying the Rivers of America at the time, you know, you want to give them something that they can enjoy, that you have them, you know, you're eating up a lot of their time, so that way they're dispersed around the park and it's not eating up other queues, you know, because you have other queues you have to worry about that, okay, well, all these queues are going to be super busy because we don't have another big attraction, e-ticket attraction for them to fill up. And I understand, you don't need to fill up the ride with tons and tons of IP rides and stuff because you wanted to have these landscapes and beautiful scenic views to look at and stuff. I totally get it. But at the same time, it's one of those things that you kind of have to weigh the risk with the reward, you know. Are we going to get backlash? Because yes, you are, but at the same time, hopefully we do something so good that these people will love it so much that it's like, you guys have nothing to say. I hope so. I hope. I'm excited for it, you know. I feel like, you know, these ride vehicles are going to be pretty cool to see because it's going to be almost something like Cars mixed with Indiana Jones type ride vehicle on crack. They're going to be dope. They're going to be really, really cool because the ride vehicle has to be fast, it has to be fun, kind of like Cars, like Radiator Spring Racers, but it has to have the off-road effect, you know, of Indiana Jones, you know. So it's going to be a cool ride vehicle. It's going to be fun, you know it's going to be fun. But here are these new characters that we'll be seeing over there in that land. That will be exciting. Well, in the ride, I guess. Well, it will be a land. There'll be 2 rides, but it will be really cool. So I'm excited for it. I'm all for it. I know a lot of people are really upset, you know, with Rivers of America going away, but it's one of those things that if Disney knocks it out of the park, guys, which I really hope they do, hopefully it just leaves us, you know, speechless, and it won't even matter. Like I said, I'm all for it. I hope they kick butt, and I can't wait to ride the new ride. That will be another thing I'm looking forward to riding when we go out there for either the Monsters Inc. Land opening or for Villains Land, because those are the two two things that are calling me. If I had the money and I could just go for all of them, I would go, you know. Because I definitely would like to go for the opening of all of them, especially the new Indiana Jones and the, I want to go for everything, but I can't. But we will one day, huh? Yeah, you gotta believe. You gotta believe. Speak it into existence, guys. All right, we also got some first looks at the stuff coming to Avengers Campus, and we got the first looks of some more inside info of what's coming to Stark Flight Lab. You know, so let's take a look at this where it says, in Stark Flight Lab, guests will sit in a gyrokinetic pods and roll along a track before stopping in front of a giant robot arm. This robot arm will hoist you in the air, where you'll make several high-speed maneuvers inspired by Iron Man and some Avengers. And Robert Downey Jr. did happen to say, he said, that I will select based on merit, and whoever picks up my FaceTime calls on the first ring. Robert Downey Jr. joked. That is what he said. It was pretty funny. Now let's take a look at this concept. This is what Disney Parks put up on Instagram, on all of their socials, and stuff like that. So you get a little closer look of what it's actually going to look like, these arms and how they're going to connect. I'm nervous for this, guys, to be tossed upside down and stuff like that. I'm young, you know. I'm going to be I'm going to be 32 on the 23rd this month of March, you know, so I can handle it. It's no problem. But the one thing is, I hope it doesn't upset my stomach. The only ride in the whole history of any rides I've ever been on that's upset my stomach, believe it or not, is Transformers at Universal Studios. Everything else I've ever been on, no problem. Never upset my stomach. So I don't think it's going to upset my stomach at all. I think it's the screens that got me at Universal it's the 3D screens, probably. But this is going to be fun. Yeah, I'm just a little nervous. You know, I'm going to be shaking around. I guess it's, being that it's at DCA and you can drink, I guess it's no drinks until after we try Stark Flight Lab. You know, because you don't want to be mixing up, shaking Cameron Martini, shaken not stirred. That's how it would be, I guess. But I guess we're drinking after. But let me know, are you guys excited? I'm excited for it. I'm a little nervous, but like I said, I want to be tossed around. Oh, I'm a bag of bones. I'm a bag of bones in a meat sack. No, I'm just joking. Okay, but I'm excited for it. Like I said, I'm a little nervous about getting tossed around, but I'm still excited for it. I'm young, I'm spry, I could handle it, you know. But let me know, guys. Are you guys excited to be tossed around in Stark Flight Lab? I am. Oh, one more thing I forgot. We're also getting the Fantastic Four in Tomorrowland and Disneyland at the Disneyland Resort. So this summer, I can't remember the exact date, but I said this summer, so probably right when the movie's coming out, you know, synergy, guys. We'll have the Fantastic Four in Tomorrowland at the Disneyland Resort. That's actually really, really cool. I hope they're still there when I head over there. Oh my goodness, it will be a little bit after the summer, you know, but I hope they're still there. I want to meet the Fantastic Four, guys. I'm really pumped for the Fantastic Four movie. I'm really excited. I don't know why. I'm super excited. Probably the movie I'm looking forward to the most right now is the Fantastic Four. Well, of course, the Terrifier 4 coming out pretty soon, but when it comes to like newer movies that are going to be like massive, you know, Fantastic Four, I'm excited for. Yeah, so I can't wait to meet the Fantastic Four at Tomorrowland. I hope they're still there when I end up going. You know, it's going to be pretty cool. Are you guys excited to meet the Fantastic Four? I really hope that, you know, down the road they do. I know people love Autopia. You know, people love Autopia, but I am so against Autopia, guys. It is 2025. It's 2025, Disney. I understand that it is nostalgic. It is an original ride, you know. But here's the and I understand kids love it too. That's always the number one thing people always say. Kids love that ride. Kids, I'm not a kid. I drove 12 hours to get to Disneyland, you know, and then I'm gonna also drive 12 hours to get back home. So I don't need to drive an Autopia. You know, I'm sorry, and it's not even like a real drive. It's not. So Disney, it could be better. You know, there's so many different things that could have been done. There's so many better things that could be done with that. It's such a big footprint. Autopia is such a big footprint, you know, and even kind of Finding Nemo. I don't want to talk about that. I have never rode Finding Nemo. I've been to Disneyland twice since it's been there. Never rode Finding Nemo. But there's so much that could be done with that footprint of land, that is, especially with the capabilities of what Disney can do now. When you look at like the capabilities of Radiator Spring Racers and Rise of the Resistance, and of course you already have stuff like Indiana Jones, which is, you know, awesome, you know, and the animatronics of Pirates. There's so many the possibilities of what Disney can do. You know, I was always there saying I wanted Tron, but Tron's such a short ride. You know, Tron's such a short ride. I wish they would do something, you know, how they were talking about like the speeder bike rides, you know, coming for Galaxy's Edge. I know you don't want to put tons of Star Wars stuff over there, because since you have Galaxy's Edge, you would want to expand to that compared to adding there. But You know, and you don't want to put Cosmic Rewind because you want to have different stuff from different parks, you know, but what can they put? You can maybe even in the future, depending how big Fantastic Four is, if we're going to have Fantastic Four in Tomorrowland, potentially maybe we'll get a Fantastic Four ride. You know, that would actually be cool. With their flying cars, maybe we can have a flying car Fantastic Four ride or something. It doesn't have to be like super thrilling. It could be like some kind of family ride. That way, I know not every ride can be a thrill ride because you want to have something for the kids to do. The kids can't be bored not being able to ride anything, or if they're scared. Like when I was a kid, I would not ride any roller coasters or anything that thrilling. You know, I was nervous, really, really nervous. Now I'm easing onto them, you know, but definitely I understand not having a thrill ride at every single corner, you know, because then that leaves, you know, we leave some people out of it. You know, but you could have so much fun and so many better things to do. You know, maybe we'll have a Fantastic Four ride in the future with the flying car, you know, maybe a speeder bike type of ride. There's so much land that you could build something. I hope it's not anything short like Tron. You know, I hope it's something, you know, I would love to see a Fantastic Four ride. Now, I didn't even think about that until they announced the Fantastic Four coming to Tomorrowland. I was like, you know what, it kind of does mesh pretty good, and Fantastic Four would go really well, you know, but let me know, what would you guys like to see in Tomorrowland? You know, I know people love Autopia, but if you have such a big footprint there, guys, you know, like I said, what would you guys like to see if you could, you know, let's brainstorm something. Like I said, maybe they could do a Fantastic Four, depending on how good the movie is, of course, you know, that's the other things, you know, if the movie doesn't do, I'm sure it's going to do awesome. It looks like it's going to kick ass. But you know, if the movie does really well, maybe we'll see a Fantastic Four ride there, and then you'll have the Fantastic Four even more there, you know, in the parks, you know, or maybe something thrilling like a Cosmic Rewind. But you can't do something like Cosmic Rewind because you have Space Mountain there, which is almost a similar type of, you know, layout. You know, it's different, but still, you can't have two exactly similar rides right next to each other. I guess it would help because both queues would be a little eased on each other, but I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Let me know. What would you guys like to see? You know, something with a big footprint. You know, like a cool, like a flying car, a Fantastic Four flying car ride, or maybe even what is it, like how they wanted to do the speeder bike, you know, an indoor speeder bike rides, you know, almost the same thing where you have two speeder bikes side by side, multiple of them going back. You could probably fit 10, you know, so a row of 5 speeder bikes, maybe even 6, depending how big you have it. You know, almost the same concept as Tron, but, you know, side by side. You know, maybe have a bigger one in the back so that way, you know, people, special needs people and with disabilities can ride the ride too. So that way everyone can ride the ride and enjoy it too. But, you know, what can they do? You know, that would be cool. Maybe a speeder bike. You know, I don't know. There's so many different things. I don't work for Disney. I wish I did. That would be fun because then we could come up with something fun, you know. But let me know down in the comments. What do you guys want to see? What was the biggest announcement? What were you guys most excited about? You know, what are you most excited to ride? There's so many cool things that are going to be coming to the Disney parks here in the future. You know, Millennium Falcon, Monsters Inc., the new Cars rides that are coming to Magic Kingdom and Disney World, and of course, the new stuff that is coming to Avengers Campus, you know, in Disneyland, or DCA, you know. But let me know, what are you guys excited for? What do you guys want to see? You know, what was the biggest announcement? I cannot wait to ride that Monsters Inc. roller coaster, guys. I cannot wait. You know, and now that we're in, I'll take you guys with me. And it'll be fun. I'll take you guys with me. I can't wait. And we'll ride it together. We'll be together, you know. So even if I'm nervous, you'll feel it. You'll be with me. Alright guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me. It was some really cool info. You know, I'm sorry it took me so long to make this video. I was trying to hustle it out today. But you know what? I'm really glad that you stuck through it and you hung out with me, guys. Alright, let me know down in the comments what you're most excited for. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And until next time, I will see you guys later.